This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of the Star Wars novel Millennium Falcon. And this is a really good novel. It's a really compelling story, and with it, it's not only compelling, but it's also fun with it. You get to have the story of two groups, one of Han, Leia, and Alana Solo going and looking into the history of the Millennium Falcon going from Han's End back, and with it at the same time, one of the earlier holders of the Falcon is going from his point forward to find the ship to find a great treasure that the Jedi had, and the Jedi in the Senate had hidden at the beginning of the Clone Wars, and he was in a coma for about 60 years, and with it, it's pretty crazy just to go and see all these stories and different scenarios the Millennium Falcon was in. It was beforehand in the hands of the Republic, in the hands of criminals, the Doctor, the circus, and rebels. And it was all just really crazy, and it was really cool to see them just moving in and back. And you also had, it was a okay antagonist. I think the really good part of the story is just to go and trace the history of the Millennium Falcon, with the secondary story being which is technically the primary story, moving the plot along with them looking for the treasure, which eventually turns out to be the Republic seal that was originally in the Senate. It's a decent story, but I really love the backtracing of the history of the Falcon, and it was just such a cool thing from a lore perspective, and why I really enjoyed it. It also has a few things that ties into the New Jedi Order book series, and I'm still waiting to do my review of that. I want to wait for me to have a open week because I really enjoyed that series, and this leads directly into that series. So yeah, that's pretty interesting, and it technically has the first instance of the Jedi insanity inside of it, since I think this was published before that series was, so it's pretty interesting, and it's a nice little tie-in. I don't remember if James Luceno wrote any books in that series, but I still really enjoy him as a writer, and he did the best one being Darth Plagueis, and a few other interesting ones, but yeah, honestly, this book is really interesting, and with it, as I said, I think the best part of it is tracing the history of the Falcon over the main story of it, which is, it's decent, but it's just, basically a giant misunderstanding where everyone, basically wants the same thing or things that aren't really gonna conflict with each other, and then everyone ends up on good terms at the end. They just all have been handling things kind of in a bad way where they're all thinking they're enemies, but they're not, and that's just, it's a little thing where not amazing, and it feels like they probably could have been a better way they could have handled it, but still, I really did enjoy the story, and it was super interesting. It was really cool to see just how much happened to Millennium Falcon and everything that happened over the years, and the characters they created for it were cool enough, and they eventually got to just continue on working for the person they thought was the villain, but the guy just wanted to go and find this Republic seal, and it was all pretty cool. It was kind of obvious that it wasn't going to be an actual treasure at the end. I was just like, they're not going to find the treasure they're looking for. There's going to be something up with it, and that turned out to be right. And the one thing that was a little annoying was I was listening to the audiobook of it, and it had parts where the audiobook was glitching out, and I couldn't understand what they were saying, even though I kept trying to go back, close the app, and everything. It was just when I figured out a problem with the recording of it. So that was kind of annoying, but I still got the main parts of it, and I really enjoyed the story, but I want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments. And I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.